Okay guys, in case you missed it, the NHL and NBC put together an amazing video for the All-Star Game based on the Silicon Valley opening credits. And if you don't know the show Silicon Valley, well, we can't be friends. I'm kidding, of course, but you should really check it out. If you're a normal person, you probably watched that video and were like, hey, that gritty reference was hilarious, and moved on. But if you're a weirdo like me, you probably watched it about 137 times and found all of the references in that 10-second video and are now making a 10-minute video about it. So let's see what references you may have missed. Starting at the bottom, we have the infamous or awesome Vegas Fortress. Right behind that, we have the Avalanche Ski Shop, for which I'm assuming is all of the skiing that happens in Colorado. Next to that is a large government-looking building for which you can barely make out the senator's flag flying from the top. Then we have two King Henrik signs, which may be a nod to Shakespeare's Henry V, and of course a red carpet for the LA style premiere. One interesting bit to me is the farm on the left-hand side of the screen. Not sure whose farm system that is, as it's directly behind the Rangers, but it's also right next to / closest to the New Jersey Turnpike, so I'll let you guess on that one. But as we mentioned, the New Jersey Turnpike is right there, and they have conveniently placed the number 9 for Taylor Hall there, who had to quote-unquote exit the All-Star Game due to injury. Feel better, Taylor. Coming down from the top left corner, we have the Long Island Railroad for you Isles fans. Right in front of that, we have David Pasternak's pasta, which, if you missed it, Pasternak had a pasta emoji on his Winter Classic stick, and now I've said pasta too many times and I really want some. Next to that is one of my favorites, which is Foster's Accounting for Scott Foster, who everyone should remember from last season. And then even better, we see, what's that, a bird? A plane? No, it's Superman flying out in front of the building, giving a nod to that time Kane scored a goal dressed as Superman at the 2012 All-Star Game. Right next to that, we see the Minnesota Wild puck and Jack's Buffalo Wings for, pretty obvious here, Wings in Buffalo and Jack Eichel. Maybe they're better than Anchor Bar wings. Across the street, we have the good old Connor McDavid gas station in the vein of a 76 gas station, which I just keep thinking about all the hoops NBC jumped through to get this video approved. But in general, a fun reference to the Oilers at the gas station, and even better, it's pretty much devoid of any other life, which is pretty damn fitting. Well played, guys. Moving back down to the bottom right, we have Willie O'Ree's jersey on the Bruins building, and frankly, it took too damn long for him to get recognized, so I'm glad to see him here. Going up, we see a wonderful Space Needle being constructed right in front of the NBC Sports Cafe in honor of the recently named Seattle expansion team. To the left of that, you guessed it, Montreal is bragging about their 24 Stanley Cups again. And interestingly, we see the LA Kings crown on top of their building. I'd like to read into that more, but I think that's more of just a it kind of fits here type of thing. Right next to that is Austin Matthews in billboard form from his GQ shoot, but I think we were all kind of hoping for a photo of that oversized poofy coat. The final 3 buildings on the street are Shane Doan's for the Coyotes, Johnny Hockey's for the Flames and Gaudreau, and the Panther Club in true Miami neon for the Panthers. But more interesting are the items in the front of these buildings. First, we have a Whalers logo, which spins to reveal a Hurricanes logo, and I'm sure this is drawing the ire of all you Whalers fans. We could probably spend a lot of time discussing this, but that has already been done ad nauseum, so we won't go there, and we're just gonna say it's a nod to the Canes' history. Next to that, we've got a giant sledgehammer into a car, which is obviously the smash car for Nashville that they bring out during the playoffs, and I have to say, if you haven't taken a sledgehammer to a car in your life, I highly recommend it. Next up is probably one of the most notable sequences in this video. We have the big purple blob, our favorite invertebrate, Al the octopus, who makes his way up the Honda logo, where none other than Gritty descends from an NBC helicopter, because branding, to smash Al in his proverbial backbone, which I'm assuming is because Al did not make his way to Little Caesars Arena as he went to the highest bidder. R.I.P. Al. After destroying Al, Gritty then proceeds to do his best Rocky impression, making his way up the steps of the Philly Art Museum. One thing that might have gone unnoticed here was before Gritty comes in like a wrecking ball, if you look really closely on the street where Al moves, you see a giant catfish squirming around underneath of him, which I think speaks volumes here. And now coming back down from the top left corner, we've got Pittsburgh's iconic yellow bridge with 3 adorable waving penguins. And then we have a brand new Winnipeg Jet landing into SJC, or the San Jose Airport. And then we also have the Dallas Stars in a hot air balloon. Moving back right, we've got every opponent's favorite noisemaker, the Columbus Cannon, right next to the Wednesday night hockey booth. At the far bottom right, we've got Detroit's Hockeytown billboard, as well as what appears to be a blues concert under the famous Gateway Arch in St. Louis. All of which is right next to Vancouver's Flying Skate Rental, and of course, more Zambonis. Whew, we're almost done here, guys. We're going to do one last loop from the top left of the screen where we see Anaheim's Ferris wheel, Tampa Bay's lightning statue that is out in Thunder Alley, the Washington Monument right behind the Stanley Cup, and in front of that, a fountain which I assume has Ovi swimming in it since he won't be at the game. And this is also a really fun reference to the greatest Stanley Cup party ever. Lastly, behind the newly constructed All-Star building, we have a billboard for the All-Star Game, the NBC Sports Desk, and an ominous shark in what appears to be a shark tank, paying tribute to the nickname of the SAP Center where the game is being played. Whew, we did it, guys. That was a lot of things going on there. There was a lot of details that I spotted. Did I miss any? Are there any references that you would have liked to have seen in this video? Be sure to reply and let me know. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and cheers to hockey.